So if you've been around here for a while, then you already have heard about my Bookkeeping for the Entrepreneur live course. Now, this is a 6-week live course where I walk you through my exact process on how to get your books organized and ready to go for tax time. Bookkeeping for the Entrepreneur Live is perfect for the busy service-based entrepreneur who isn't ready to hire a bookkeeper just yet, but needs to get their books ready in time for tax season. So if you have ever felt like you're scrambling in the first few months of the year to figure out all of the confusing accounting and bookkeeping needs that you need to do for your business in time for tax season, then just know you're not alone. You will find other like-minded entrepreneurs inside this course alongside you, learning and growing together. Many entrepreneurs have felt that way, and they have expressed their opinions as such to me, that I created this course specifically for those types of people. As a busy service-based entrepreneur, you may find yourself wanting to really double down on your craft and take all of the courses that are within your skill set. But make sure that you are also taking the time to invest in yourself so that you can be knowledgeable about your financials. Hi, I'm Adrina. I am the owner and accountant here at Accounting by Adrina, and I will be walking you through everything inside that course. So when I work with clients on a monthly bookkeeping situation from month to month, I kind of assume a certain level of understanding that the client has for their financials. So I just wanted to let you know that if you are feeling hesitant about your financials, then make sure that you click the link below and you enter the coupon code YouTube to receive 10% off your purchase. Make sure that you sign up before December 31st, because I want to make sure that everyone who is interested has a say in when we are going to be meeting on a weekly basis and what time and what day and all of that good stuff. The minute you click on purchase, you will actually have access to our private and exclusive Facebook group where I will be moderating and answering all of your questions. So it's kind of like a win-win, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to see you guys inside the course alongside me. So when we become business owners, we want to make sure that we're being good stewards as well as good business owners by continuing our education, by having the right legal entity, by maintaining separate bank accounts, and also by keeping good records. In fact, this phrase, keep good records, is actually coming from the IRS. The IRS wants us to have good records, because especially if they start to audit you and your financials. I mean, trust me, I've been through like maybe 2 to 3 audits by now, and they want everything. They want all of the backups. They want all of the receipts, every single piece of information that is tied to your financial records. So one of the ways that we can keep good records is by having good systems. I absolutely love using systems. Systems help keep me organized. And I would just say, find a system that works for you. And the minute that you find a system that works for you, I would say start immediately, so that when the business starts to ramp up and you become busier and busier with client work, you can trust in your system that you have a strong foundation. So one of the systems that I love using is Asana, and I've talked about this numerous times on my channel. So for me, Asana is really the tool that helps to keep me organized. And this is the tool that helps to keep good records for me. And so I am going to go ahead and link a couple of Asana videos below so that you can see kind of like, one of the videos is how I manage all my bookkeeping clients in Asana. So you could see kind of like my process flow and my thinking behind setting up Asana and like how that actually works behind the business. But Asana has like several different ways that you can use it. And so I would just say, like, this is one way that you can use it, but there are multiple ways out there that you can actually use Asana. So a few other systems that I love using are Canva, Dropbox, MailerLite, and I would be remiss to not mention QuickBooks, because QuickBooks definitely is also a system that I love using that helps to keep me organized. Now, when it comes to keeping a system for your expenses, especially the kind of expenses that you get receipts from, I would just say, like, try to find a system that works for you. I know there's a lot of apps out there that you're able to like scan a receipt and it like captures that image and it saves it to the cloud. QuickBooks also has a feature where you can use it as the receipts feature. And then that way you wouldn't have to actually keep the paper receipt because there's a digital copy of it, as long as it's something that's accessible, and then something that I would also say that is backed up as well. When it comes to your monthly expenses, I would just say know what the charge is for. I mean, there have been way too many times where I've asked my clients, what is this charge for? And they don't know. So make sure you know what the charge is for, know how often the charge happens, and know which account is being charged. For example, my insurance bill comes twice a year. So I really just pay it every 6 months. This is for my business insurance. And so for me, I have to just be aware of that ahead of time because it's a good chunk of money. Insurance isn't cheap. And so I need to make sure that not only do I have that expense captured in my forecast, but that I also know what it's for, that I read the documents, that I have someone outside of my business read the documents so that it can have like a different type of effect, because in my perspective, I might be a little more one-sided than my other partner might be. So that is going off on a little bit of a tangent, but if you haven't gotten business insurance yet, make sure you look into that and see if it is needed for the field that you are in. I know a lot of times that I've talked to different business owners, sometimes they don't have business insurance and they haven't even thought about it. So just highly encourage you to look into that. So when you are starting to organize your receipts and your expenses and all of the invoices, one of the things that I like doing is keeping a backup system. So I normally like to have a backup on my computer, and sometimes I'll print that out as well. But generally speaking, I save a lot of items to Dropbox, and Dropbox, I just pay for the monthly fee, and it just, saves everything. And I love that it's so organized and I can just access it anytime, anywhere, even on my cell phone if I needed to. So when you're thinking about your expenses and your invoices, think in like broad categories, because that's really what's going to be informing your bookkeeping at the end of the day. And that's really just the first step in getting started with your bookkeeping. So all of that to say, this is all going to be kind of like one step towards having your books organized for tax time. So when it comes to keeping things backed up, I also have an external hard drive that I back up my computer to every week. So I usually have like a calendar reminder. I actually put a reminder in Asana for me to back up my computer, and I do that right before I go to lunch once a week. And so that way, while it's running during my lunchtime, and then I don't have to worry about it. It's already like I've created a system for myself to keep myself backed up as well. And that's something that I would highly encourage for you to do too. One thing that I've heard is that, especially for photographers, they have more than one external hard drive, because I mean, that's kind of like that's the core of their business. This is the core component of their business. And so they want to make sure that they're keeping their business protected, as well as keeping their clients' documents and images and videos and all that good stuff protected as well. So that's one way of managing how to back up your systems. But I would just say, again, going back to the first point that I made is find a system that works for you and use it immediately and use it often. Once you have all of your systems in place and you create a good routine, you know that you have a solid foundation. And then when you do start ramping up and gaining more clientele and get busier in your business, you will be ready. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and link below to a freebie that I have for you guys that shows all of the online systems that I use. These are my top 5 online resources, and I think it'd be really helpful for you and for this conversation. If there's a system that you use and love, I would love it if you would share it in the comments below, and let's just learn from each other through this video. All right, friends, I'll see you guys in the next video.